then first of all, congratulations on being the Calhoun's High School Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
Let's start in the beginning. You have come to Hardin Valley, which is a brand new school, and kind of give us the story on how you ended up here.
Well, I went to Bearden my sophomore year. Moved there right before my sophomore year. I lived in Europe my whole life before that, and I didn't play soccer there. I didn't really have any interest. But when I heard about a new school that was going to open over on this side of town, I immediately crossed my mind that I'd like to be the first to start a tradition of soccer there. So I transferred, started playing for Coach McLean, and I guess the rest is history.
Yeah, I guess it is. Now, the first year last year, how'd the team do in that initial season?
We did great for a first year program. We had a winning record. I think we had 9 wins, which is pretty impressive. Second round of the playoffs, lost there in overtime to Powerhouse West. That was a tough one. I think that kind of motivated us to come back this year stronger than ever. Or I guess it would be stronger than ever.
Yeah.
There you go. We went back into West and won. So.
Now, as you start last year, and you said you're interested in helping to start a tradition, you did that in some ways last year. In fact, I was reading an article about you where you're kind of into this doing things first. And one of the reasons we're talking to you today is because of you being the first scholarship recipient for the soccer program here. But let's go back to last year. Opening game, obviously somebody's got to score the first goal. Kind of tell us the story about that.
Well, yeah, and immediately when I transferred here, I wanted to be the first to score the first goal here. And I found out I was going to be playing some defense that kind of crushed those hopes. But then we got a free kick about 10 minutes into the game at Sevier County, and I take the free kick, so I took it. That was it, first goal. It kind of hit me later that was the first goal. I didn't really.
That's history. I mean, that's there forever.
Yeah, it was a big deal to me. That's something I really wanted.
You can bring the kids back and say, I got the first one ever. Not too many people get to play in the first game ever. That's kind of special.
It was pretty special to me.
Now, your team and your coaches also elected you the first captain. That had to be a nice honor.
Yeah, last year, me and a couple of the other juniors, we didn't have any seniors last year, so the juniors had to step up and kind of lead the team, and I was one of them.
Now, one of the other things that you mentioned to me is that you're kind of an aggressive player, and there's some other firsts that you had.
Yeah, I happened to rack up the first yellow card in school history. I didn't think it was too vicious, but the ref didn't like it. And I've had a few more since then, but we won't talk about that.
There you go. Now, this year, obviously, the team's back for a second season, and you guys have been a lot stronger.
Yeah, we've been great this year. We have 4 losses, I think. Every one of them has been real tough to real good teams. Catholic, Bearden should have won both of those games. Farragut by 1 goal. And other than that, we've beat some big names too. Here in senior night, our first senior night, we beat Maryville 3-2. I feel like they're a great team. We beat West at West, so some big wins. We've done good this year.
Now, as people are listening to this, they're watching some highlights of the Farragut game, and that's one that I know as you look back on, you guys really got in there and swung toe-to-toe with a team that's ranked, I think, second in ESPN's national soccer poll.
Yeah, they're a great team. Their biggest thing is depth, and we were playing 13, 14 guys that game. They had 30 guys playing that game, so that was tough. We were second win by the end of that game, but we played them to the very end. They scored with, I think, 2 minutes left. A really unlucky goal, if I'm honest. But, credit to them. They're a great team. They find ways to win, and hopefully, we'll get them back in the playoffs.
Now, after this year, obviously, you're going on to continue your career as the first scholarship recipient that is signed to play coming out of Hardin Valley Academy. And tell us about where you're going to be going.
I'll be going to Bethel University, located in McKenzie, Tennessee, out past Nashville. Great place, great school, great team. They're going into next season. They're number 1 in the nation in NAIA, the private school division, and great team. A lot of foreign talent. I love the coach, so I signed there.
All right,
it just made more sense to me.
Well, best of luck to you the rest of this season and on next year, and hopefully we'll talk to you again in the future.
All right, thank you.